Welcome to the first Ask STROM for the 2022 legislative session. We've been getting some great emails from constituents all around the 21st, so keep them coming. And I'll just try to answer a couple of them right here. So number one, Steve from Edmonds asked, "Hi STROM, hope you're doing well." Thank you, Steve. Hope you're doing well as well. Can you define excessive regarding your 6-month notice of rent increase proposal? So this is House Bill 1904, a bill I introduced to really try to deal with a lot of the incredibly high rent increases that so many tenants across the 21st district and across the state are getting. As the bill stands now, it asks that any landlord that increases rent by 3% or more just give notice to their tenants that this rent increase is coming. Give them a 6-month notice so they can take action. Maybe they can pick up a few extra hours at work. Maybe they have to find a new place to live. 3% doesn't sound like a lot, but we've got families that are really struggling, and just an extra, $50 or $60 a month could really put them in jeopardy of losing their home. So Steve, thanks for that. The bill is in process now. We should be getting it out of committee soon. Some of those numbers might change a little bit, but I think that the policy is what we need to do. So thanks again, Steve, for that question. Another great question came from Susan, and she's writing about the Long-Term Care Act. And Susan and her husband are getting ready to retire, and they're worried that if they're paying into it, that they won't be able to get the benefits. Well, Susan, fortunately, we just fixed that. We took some early action on some bills to the Long-Term Care Act. In this case, to address your concerns, if you're getting ready to retire and you start paying into this account, say you're retiring in 5 years, and so you've paid into the account for 5 years but aren't fully vested, well, we're going to prorate that payment. So you will be able to access some of the funds, some of those hard-earned dollars that you've put into this. This is important work for so many families across the state when they're facing some of these expenses as they retire and they need long-term care. Washington is leading the nation. This is a first in the nation program of its type. We're still working on some fixes, getting some ideas from people from all over the state. So we've delayed the implementation for 18 months, but I'm really excited, very supportive of the Long-Term Care Act. And Susan, hope that answers your question, puts your mind at ease as you're getting ready to retire sometime in the not too distant future. And then finally, another great question. We've seen this on the news nationally and here in Washington, the nurse shortages at our hospitals all across the state and again, all across the country. Well, we have an important bill to address that, and that's House Bill 1732. And Dinah, who's a registered nurse, asked if I would support that. Well, Dinah, I do support that. I'm a co-sponsor of the bill, and this ensures safe staffing for all of our hospitals. We need to make sure that our nurses aren't being overworked, that they don't have too many patients that they're trying to take care of, that they're staying healthy, that they're staying physically able to do the work. So we need to make sure that our hospitals are building up enough staff so everybody, nurses, and of course the patients, are getting the care that they need. So I'm a strong supporter of this, and asking everybody to really think about what happens if you go into the hospital and you know how important that nursing care is for you. So that's just a few of the many, many things that we're working on here this session in Olympia. I'm not in Olympia, I'm back home as we're doing our virtual session again. But please keep those questions coming. Always looking for ideas and questions about the work that we're doing in Olympia. Thanks so much for joining me in this Ask STROM session. We'll see you again really soon. Until then, stay safe, hug your loved ones, get vaccinated, get boosted, all of those things, and I'll get back to work. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.